Welcome to the show, Kevin and Duncan.
Thank you.
Hi.
Very good.
Thank you.
It's a little bit warm, but good.
So, how has GITEX been so far?
Busy, actually. I think more people than last year, from my memory, and we're meeting more customers, so more prospects. So that's good, encouraging.
Okay. So, what's new at GITEX this year? What are you showcasing?
We've got some new versions out with some new features. So we're demonstrating these to our channel partners and to some of our end customers. Just trying to get PAM more in the limelight and people more adopting the PAM solution.
So, how are your solutions bridging the security gap that so much breach is taking place?
I think Osirium has some unique differentiators, particularly around the way we're able to automate tasks. Task automation is a critically important feature because it removes so much of the error where individuals have to routinely repeat mundane tasks. That naturally becomes error prone, significantly reduces costs because it speeds the whole process up, and perhaps most importantly it reduces the security risk because the whole thesis of Osirium is to separate the concept of separating a password from a person. So the individual does not need to know the credentials required in order to run a task, which means the outsourcing model becomes very usable and very secure.
So, what demand do you see for your solutions in this region?
Growing demand. It's interesting, we're now seeing RFPs coming out from customers which are written specifically around privileged access, privileged account management, whereas perhaps a year or two ago they were often buried in a larger RFP with lots of different solutions. So there's a focus now, I think realization, still a long way to go, but the realization there is that PAM itself and in itself is important.
And the theme of GITEX this year is Experience Future Urbanism. So, how are your solutions in line with that?
So we're working with a number of partner technology companies now, looking at some of the future, some of the IoT type technologies, but much more on an industrial scale. The way IoT is being used in transportation, that's something we're now involved with and helping organizations with. But one of the things we find with PAM is it's very vertical agnostic. So everybody has IT, everybody has privileged accounts. It doesn't matter whether you've got 1,000 servers or one server, it still has privileged access. There's still a risk that you can be compromised and data can be broken out.
Tell us about your partnership with Spectrami.
So we've been working with Spectrami for nearly 2 years. They're our sole value-added distributor in the region. So for us, that's Middle East and North Africa, and Spectrami is expanding their geographical presence. We've invested a lot of time and effort in Spectrami to make sure that they have the technical skills necessary. So they've done a good job upskilling to be able to be, if you like, an extension of our pre-sales organization and of our professional services organization. We've captured our first contracts, we've won our first customers. I can't tell you who they are, unfortunately, but they're both significant, and we have a fast-growing, healthy pipeline. So I would say the future is quite optimistic.
That's great. And just 2019 round the corner. For the Middle East region, what would be your top 3 priorities?
So for us, more education about PAM, how PAM differs from some of the IAM space and some of the identity concerns and issues that people have. Showing the benefits, so showing that we can have value add in the solution as well as adding security. Yes, security has value, but people are always like some operational benefits as well. And as Duncan mentioned, the tasks, we can bring some operational benefits as well as the security benefits. And ultimately, we're looking to drive our technology associations with other partners. So make Osirium integrate a lot better with other technologies. That makes it much easier for customers to adopt because they can migrate it and merge it into the environments they've got already and have everything work nice and seamlessly together.
And I think Kev made a very good point there about education, because what I'm seeing is still some confusion over where does identity and access management end and where does privilege management, the management of privilege in its broadest sense, start. And whilst there is an overlap, the overlap is a lot smaller than many people believe, because on the identity management side, it's very much about operations, operational benefit. Who are you? Where are you? What is it you're going to do? Whereas on the PAM side, it's very much more about protecting the crown jewels of the network at the administrator level. So tiny overlap, two quite distinct areas, and so it's really an education process, which I think is going to be ongoing for a little while yet.
And what new can we see in the year 2019 from Osirium?
Oh, we have lots of interesting, exciting things. We can't tell you all about what they are, but very much about broadening our solution. I think our philosophy is still very much, it's the management of privilege. So it's not about diluting that, but it's about broadening it and deepening it, adding more value to our customers. So we have I think, fair to say, an exciting roadmap. Maybe Kev wants to add a little bit to that. But
yeah, well, one of the key improvements that's coming in 2019 is our reach out into more of a global environment. So being able to look after global customers with multiple global data centers, whether that be multiple clouds, multiple hybrid clouds. We're starting to see more organizations now not just adopt one cloud, but adopt multiple, and that brings challenges as well. So having a PAM solution that works across all of those different environments, with different regions, with the different data retention and different data laws in different regions, but to work truly on a global scale.
Okay. It was great to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
thank you very much
you.
indeed. Thank you.